Radio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
I-Axis Radio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
I love you without falling flat. More flowers and cards, you got a ton of that. More trips off the coast, maybe with a toast. You see I'm putting in time, really need to vote. Head full of these words, only one to quote. I choose you over the gold, that's the end quote. What I don't say, I attempt to show. On a journey through night, I'm guided by your glow. So blessed when you check yes over no. Have a question how I'm feeling, ain't no letting go. Center of my world, you a living pearl. Say it to the world, like I do to you. When I can't find the words, it be getting tough. You put a hold on the time when I get a touch. Get your mind out the gutter, I don't mean that. On this page I write facts and I know that.
It's been a while since I told you I love you. And it's been a while since I made up for all the times I did you wrong. You know I get so busy and you sticking with me is something that I don't wanna forget. Knowing, girl, I'm gonna show you how.
What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Kaya NYC here at I-Axis Radio, coming to you, bringing you Behind Enemy Lines, the special guest edition. Today we have a wonderful guest with us, just me. It's still going to be a great show. I want to thank and shout out to Wizz, shout out to Gate, shout out to Al. Thank you for having me. Also want to send my condolences to Wizz and his son Brandon, who we lost to gun violence, man. Big shout out to his family, sending prayers their way. Yeah, it's going to be a fun show. I'm here by myself, so chat, we're going to have to light it up. Hopefully Ann Diggity makes it in time, but if not, we still going to rock and roll. So let's have a great afternoon, y'all. You going to start with some videos first, or we just going to get straight into it? All right, bet. What's up, Ty? I see you checking in on the chat early. Shout out to Ty. I know you doing your thing. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I know this is like is ranked number like 32. Some comedian said Mother's Day is the most celebrated holiday. Father's Day is after like Arbor Day, Feed the Wolves Day, Dirty Air Force One's Day. Shout out and salute to all the fathers, man. Not just the sperm donors, the real fathers. One that took the time to do the right things with their kids. Behind Enemy Lines, we are live on iaccessradio.com, Facebook, YouTube, Roku, Boxcast, TuneIn app, 365 app, and all other streaming platforms. Thank you. All right, bet. Let's go to it. Let's get to it. Without further
thing on the east side. I gotta do my thing on the west. Paparazzi watching, they gon' G-slide. I got a lot of shorties on my neck, so shake that thing right to left, oh. Cause I don't really need no stress. The paparazzi right to left, oh yeah. I don't really need no stress.
Bend it over, I'ma hit it like a homer. More straight face than poker. She's a smoker, me before she roll up, and she ain't never sober. She wind her waist, I can tell she Caribbean. The licks charge her body, that ass off like lithium. Serve them yeeks up on the platter, move that ass all around cause the size don't matter.
If I need that right now, don't stop, give it to me right now. I'ma flip you, put your legs up and tie you down, and you know we gon' go like 4 rounds. I gotta do my thing on the east side. I gotta do my thing on the west. Paparazzi watching, they gon' G-slide. I got a lot of shorties on my neck, so shake that thing right to left, oh. Cause I don't really need no stress. The paparazzi right to left, oh yeah. I don't really need no stress.
I just be pouring the wine. That bitch don't think that she fine though. I got that white bitch albino. I'm in your bitch like a gyno. I be the one with the hoes. Sticks, I be fucking with those. I just be moving the white. She gon' stick that in her nose.
Left, right. I like the way you moving. Tonight's a good night, and your body's what I'm doing. It's young dice, I ain't really with the stressing. I'm taking you to the crib and use sex as a weapon. So many hoes, I don't know which one I'm choosing. I'm looking for a bitch I could give a good bruising. The one with the cake that'll make the earth shake. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle that shit in my face.
If I need that right now, don't stop, give it to me like right now. I'ma flip you, put your legs up and tie you down, and you know we gon' go like 4 rounds. I gotta do my thing on the east side. I gotta do my thing on the west. Paparazzi watching, they gon' G-slide. I got a lot of shorties on my neck, so shake that thing right to left, oh. Cause I don't really need no stress. The paparazzi right to left, oh yeah. But I don't really need no stress. Right to left, right to left.
Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Right to left, right to left.
Left, right, left, right.
It's the still winning for me. The smell of new money when you sit in my V. Act shorty with the good J.O. We like to lay low. Dinner at Jersey City, lobster and baked potato. I made it to this moment, no lie, I had to pray though. Them project nights, ducking nines and tray 8-0. 1159 staircase with chinky eyes, so cracked and got drippy. Find nothing when they frisk me, never let the girls play me. Diss you before you diss me, drop 30 at the turf. Handle the ball like Bibby. Them E&J nights stood out to daylight, then slept my day away like if I wasn't raised right. Had to wake up, it's your turn, youngin'. Get your cake up, we from Eden War, home of the brave, nobody break us.
Don't worry about what people say. Won't be, that's just how we remain. Aim for the stars, the world to say. Shine, baby, it's your world. Champions only.
Juice out of lemons, visions out of prisons. They still kinda blinded on the ways I've been gifted. Eden War birthed me, fist fights and free lunch. My neighbors couldn't see much, I was a star that was hidden. I skipped past boy, just a man with a mission. I was trying to be the new town, ended up in Seton Town. Trouble I confused as fun, but I could see now all my legends with the jail, so I was trying to get my numbers up. Oldest of 11, still felt like an only son, but kept us going hard, ballin', reppin' housing. Rico gave us softball, some made the franchise. Al gave me football, the skies was the limit. Future means dreaming, no matter what the odds say. See it when you can't hear it, smell it when you can't taste it, feel it on the inside. Boot it to your main drive, better green is here, and that was good on the other side.
Don't worry about what people say. Won't be, that's just how we remain. Aim for the stars, the world to stay. Shine, baby, it's your world. Champions only. Champions only.
Fitted
caps to fedoras, flight jackets from Blazers, Farrah garments from Jordans. I'm no longer the poorest, I'm Bobby Portis. I always play hard, fuck with the scorers. Some got it fast, had it before us, they had it shortest. Kept pace caught up, I'm with the victors when they sought us. We the hare and the tortoise, yet when it's all determined by how I'm viewed by my daughters. I learn to laugh at the scoffers, curvy thirst, know your worth. You gotta decline some offers, we flourish when others falter. We eat and war bread to conquer, foundation, honor, loyal leaders. For fam, I run up on ya, I'd rather be chasing commas. Promise nothing's beyond us, I tell my youngest we promise. Now watch this music bonus, a new day's upon us. No time for division, north side, south side, I'm talking to every building.
Rock with us. Either wall, north, south. It's a problem. This is just the first time we doing this. But imagine, back to back, so much fire on their ass. Hey, Keeper. It's a better green entertainment situation thing. Horseshoe, we here. Yeah. Shout out to Blizzo, making this happen.
These dudes, they doing what they do, you know. It's Either Walls, all love. DJ P Nice, full effect. Peace.
Wow, man, I'm gonna be real with you. That song makes me emotional, bro. Just the coming together, everybody. It's a lot. Like them projects, it's literally a line in the projects that kept people apart for so long. But my brother hung on the other side of the project, so I was able to go back and forth without worries, right? Because I wasn't in the streets or nothing either. So it was like just the making of the album, the collaboration in the videos, like everybody outside, the shirts and everything, like in front of the center, like we all got memories in front of the center. It's like, it was really dope, man. Like that was really, every time I watch that video, I get a little emotional, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Gate again, DT, Blizzo, Dre, J Haas, whoever was in the video. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Like that, y'all like literally knew me since I was in my mother's stomach, all of y'all. And like that really just touches me every time I see it. I mean, but we had behind enemy lines, right? We talking about relationships from the male perspective. Please share the live, share. If you want to call in, the numbers are going across the bottom of the screen, but just in case you can't read well, I got you. The number is 347-708-0216. Producer P says, it was great to see everybody together on a positive note, right? And it wasn't like Eat a Wall Day or nothing like that. And I want to say, send a big congratulations to Gate and Producer P on celebrating an anniversary, another lap around the sun together, which is a beautiful thing. Black love. We got to keep that going. We must keep that going, black love. So we got some interesting topics for today, right? So the topics are the fist, the Bible, or the courtroom, right? Talking about how we deal with and manage conflict in our lives. Second topic is elevating from rubber soles to hard bottoms. And that's referring more to how we be more vulnerable as men and encouraging emotional expression. I mean, just stepping outside the norms of that. And our third topic is trauma still connected to you, right? It's the impact of childhood experiences on adult relationships. We all got a little bit of trauma, and especially growing up in the project, you just born into it. I don't care what school you went to, which way you walked to school, that trauma just be following you around like a lost dog. Without further ado, let's get into it. You welcome, Producer P. Anytime, family right there. Definitely shout out to y'all. Keep that black love going. So the fist, the Bible, or the courtroom, right? So how do we manage conflict in a healthy way, right? So specifically tailored for men. So I think the first thing we have to do is learn how to embrace our emotions, right? So the emotional intelligence is something that we definitely not taught in schools. So schools are pushing for that now. As you know, I'm an educator, so I'm all about, I read a lot of research and stuff like that based on like this people, different educational researchers and like their difference in like, whoa, let me slow down. It's like when you're talking about like behavior and stuff like that and emotional intelligence. So it's like when it comes down to that stuff, I really take a heed and a liking to it. So it's like, I think emotional intelligence is not something that we learn. Like, where do you learn it, right? You're supposed to learn it in your house. But at the same time, they tell boys, you know what I mean, you fall, you get down, shake it off. Like, that's you're not supposed to cry. Like, you're supposed to just tough it out. Like, that's what boys are supposed to do. And I think that's not really healthy for us in the long run, right? Because we end up bottling all that emotion up. And when we bottle it up too much, we end up eventually exploding, pause, right? It's just like, it's just too much going on. It's too much being held together in one spot. And then one day it's going to go boom. So we got to teach our kids more emotional intelligence, right? And so we can embrace our emotions. The first step to that is to be able to label your emotions, right? Because you could be going through something, right? People either say, yo, how you doing? Yeah, I'm good. And the days they're not good, they still gonna say I'm good, right? But we need to learn how to maybe expand our vocabulary to really touch the people, allow people to know exactly how we're feeling. Like, you know what, today I'm feeling anxious. I mean, I'm not really sad, I'm not happy. Tyrone Spearman, yes sir, right. We need the emotional intelligence part of it, right? Because some days it's not gonna be easy. But when you're able to label it and point out exactly what it is, it becomes a lot easier. If I had a son, I would tell him to let it out. You can't hold things in a bottle. That's a fact. I remember everybody mama told him, what you crying for? Let me give you something to cry for. My feelings is hurt. That's why I'm crying. But we taught to tough it out, right? So how do we also, a healthy way of managing conflict too, we're gonna say active listening, right? Active listening. So it's not just, I'm guilty of this. I'm sure everybody else is. A lot of people are guilty of this. We are listening to respond. We're listening to defend our point. We're listening so we can say stuff so we don't feel stupid no more. But we don't take the time and the energy to like sit there and really dive into what else is being said to us, right? So what does active listening look like, right? Eye contact. We're not looking at our phones, right? You tuned in. Your body is facing the person who you're talking to, right? Eye contact, body position, right? You nod in your head to let them know, like, all right, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. And once you stop nodding, it's like, Wizz, shout out my brother, what's going on? Thank you for allowing me to be on the platform again. I definitely appreciate y'all, right? Active listening. So we got to be able to listen to somebody without interrupting them, right? Without stepping on their toes, let them get their whole concise idea out. So in order to avoid escalation in those conversations too, I think it's appropriate for us to listen with both ears first, with our mouth completely closed. Take a second and think before we respond, because those fast emotional responses usually are wrong. Usually wrong. They just fired up, and then you just want to get it out, and you just letting it out. You're erupting, pause. But it's just like there's no. Sometimes I know for me, I'm not a fan of conflict too much because I replay conflict over and over and over and over in my head. So it's like, damn, I should have said this that way. If I took a second, I could have clarified what I really meant, because they're responding to something that I'm not asking them. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I didn't clearly deliver the message, right? So that's something that we have to be conscious of, right? Taking all the techniques possible, breathing, right? Just breathing deeply before you respond or jump out the window. We talked about this in one of my classes recently, where you don't send messages when you're in the red when you're in red. When your emotions are red, like, you know, you're green, everything's good. Yellow is not really okay. And then red is like, I'm angry. When you're angry, put your phone down, bro. Keep your words to yourself. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Maybe write them out, because that way you aren't trying to just push them onto somebody else where it can really hurt somebody. I mean, in words, we can't take them back. You can't take them back. So these are definitely key areas in managing conflict, right? Respect, boundary, yeah.
Kai, before you go on, one thing that I want to comment on regarding that is that, you know, what happens is in those situations, I think communication, understanding the process of communication is key.
Right.
You know, we have a bad habit of we want to talk over somebody, or like you said, we're not willing to lend the ear, and two people want to talk at the same time, and then they don't understand why the communication hits a brick wall, because neither one of them can hear what the other is saying because they're both talking at the same time.
Right, I definitely agree with that. I'm actually a communication minor, right? Interesting enough.
Okay.
So with the idea of communication, there's a message, right, that gets sent through a medium to a receiver who's supposed to receive it, comprehend it, and then respond through the medium as well, right? So exactly what you said is a lot of people aren't accepting the message as it comes across. It's like, I'm only listening to what you say so I could get my point back across. Like, there's no kind of collaboration in the sending of the message and the communication. So that definitely leads to more conflict, and it doesn't get great resolutions as we see in our everyday lives, right?
Right.
Something else, it could be respecting people's boundaries. It's crazy because I saw it in the new movie Inside Out yesterday, and it was so educated on the new emotions that came along with age and why it's important to feel all emotions. That's very true. I tell my son is 8 years old. We was playing baseball a couple weeks ago, right? We playing catch, and he gets hit in the eye with the ball. Boom! And he's like, I'm like, hey, you just got hit in the eye with a baseball. It's okay to let it go, bro. Let it go.
Right.
You don't got to hold on to that. I was like, hey, it hurts. It hurts. Let it go. That's part of the healing process, to getting it out. And I was like, yo, listen, this is the worst that's going to happen to you with a baseball. You know what I mean? You get hit in the face with a baseball, that's probably the worst thing that's going to happen.
Well,
now, it's nothing to be scared about, right? You understand that your emotions are okay. Like, and I preach that to my son all the time. Your emotions are okay, bro. You're supposed to be emotional. You're not a brick wall.
Right.
Like, you got to go through this stuff. Write it out, but not social media. Everybody don't need to be in your business. Amen. Say it louder for the niggas in the back.
There you go.
Because this social media stuff, this is what I don't like about social media sometimes, right? So people be so into it and telling you their whole lives, and then things go wrong and they just fall off the face of the earth. I'm like, nah, I want to know what happened to the second part of the story. I've been too indoctrinated into this that I need to know now. I just spend all my time scrolling through your page for all these days with all these good news and messages, and stuff go wrong. Like, where it go? Where are you now? Like, come on, let's keep it together. Right? Managing, fist the Bible in the courtroom, right? How we manage as men, right? How do we manage conflict? We need also healthy behaviors that take our mind and our bodies and our spirits out of it. So what I've been doing lately a lot more is praying. Like,
amen.
A couple weeks ago, I realized that, like, I hadn't prayed in I don't know how long. And it's like, sometimes you really want to talk to somebody. Like, I started thinking of talking to a therapist too, but some of her advice was it was really on point. But then I was like, man, if I was talking to God as much as I was talking to this therapist, I'd probably be in a better place.
Amen.
So I started praying more, and when I say the anxiety, the stress, the everything started just like releasing, and I just became more grateful for life, and things have been a lot smoother over the last, I want to say, like 6 weeks. Like life has really been turning. It's been turning up for me, for real. Like, mentally, spiritually. Most men fight first, right? Because we train to be gladiators. We train to be gladiators. Your mother told you, I told my son this too. Somebody hit you, you hit them back, right? But I tell my son a step further. I say if somebody's in arm's reach of you and they're making you feel nervous, swing first. Be the hammer, don't be the nail. Right? Daddy will straighten everything else out once I get there. But listen, you nervous, somebody's making you nervous and uncomfortable, swing first. But that's, like you said, traditionally that's what we taught as men. Just fight first. That leads me to saying.
Well, before you go on, the word tells us that we should always pray and never cease. Right. One thing that I want to share with people, that if you take the time out, not just pray, but read the Bible, for every situation that you encounter in life, there's a story or excerpt in the Bible that has that same basic situation, and it will show you how to either diffuse it, deflect it, or cast it out.
Amen.
You know? So a lot of us, for me growing up, to go to church, to read the Bible, right? It was something that you was a punk if you did that. Or you didn't have no heart, or you couldn't stand on your own, or they looked at you as a soft dude.
Right.
Right? And it wasn't until I got older that I realized how valuable not only just going to church, but reading God's word would be in my life. So I think what happens with us as a community, and I'm going to say us black community, we always tend to put a nail in the coffin and kill off our genius before it even gets a chance to grow by the things that we say to one another.
I definitely agree with that. My mom was raised Jehovah's Witness. She raised my brothers and sisters Jehovah's Witness. My mom is a very spiritual person. She's disfellowship now, so she doesn't go to the Kingdom Hall no more.
Right.
But she knows the Bible very, very well. And what she'll tell me, the same thing you just said, she said that the Bible is a book of teachings that literally whatever you going through, there's something somewhere in there that's literally talking spirit directly to your spirit and can help you through it.
Right.
She's like,
right.
the lessons that's there are no matter what denomination you are, right? No matter what religion you can be, if you pick up the Bible, you will learn from those lessons. I mean, it's definitely deep. It's deeper than a lot of people give it credit for, especially these days where it's like I'm meeting a lot more people who are considering themselves atheists, like they just don't believe. And I don't find myself as one to bring people to the light. You know what I mean?
But you know what I have for those atheists, and it's something real simple, because they don't believe in a God, right?
Right.
But they believe in death.
Right.
Right? And death, right, is controlled by a God. So I don't understand the contradiction, right?
Yeah.
But then they're living life, right? And the God that I serve is life. He's the light unto the world, right? He's the one that wakes us up every day, that gives us, he's a light a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path. And for anything that we do, we can always go to him.
Right.
So how do you believe in a dark side and not believe in a light side?
That's very true.
It never made sense to me.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. That's like also the flip side of that. People who don't think evil is real. I was like, what? You don't think it's something out here that's benefiting from all this wrong going on? Like, come on, bro. Like, you gotta know, and you gotta pick the right doors to walk through.
Right.
Like, we all human, we all gonna make mistakes, but you learn to forgive. You learn to forgive yourself, and that's definitely taught right in the Bible.
Amen. Amen.
So yeah, definitely, right? We got to use all facets and all our resources to manage these emotions and conflict in healthy ways, right?
Right. That's what it's there for.
Yep.
Like how it's like you have to build a house, right? And the first thing you want to do is make sure the frame and the foundation is good.
Yep.
So you can't have the foundation and then take the frame and the nails and the hammer and put that on and don't expect for it to stand without it, you know? So again, everything works together for the good of those who love the Lord, right?
Yep.
Amen. So here's the thing. If you can manifest and build something in your mind, right, then you can also apply that to a tangible form where you can build something that people can see, you know? And the problem with us is we don't believe it unless we can see it. But in order for it to be manifested, it comes from a spiritual place, right? That idea presents itself within your head, and then you put it down and create what it is so that it manifests so people can see it in a tangible form. And that's the way our God works. You know what I mean? He's there. And anything that we need him for, we could call on him. He said he'll never leave us nor forsake us. So when we're going through something, okay, he's saying, okay, there's a way out of this. And if you're a believer, you can allow your faith to carry you, but you got to be able to do the work.
Right.
That's why the word tells you faith without works is dead.
It's dead.
You know?
I definitely, I realize I've become more of a checklist person because of that.
Amen.
Because I want to accomplish all these goals, but I'm not realistically looking at them. They're just thoughts in my head. Once you put them down and you see them on paper, and before you go to bed, you looked at them like, all right, today I was supposed to do all of these. I was supposed to do 7 things today, and I got 2 done. What the hell did I do with my time?
Right.
It's like, all right, I got to get back to the drawing board. And it's like, you got to do the tangible things. You have to.
Right, right. And it's really truly about dedication, focus, and discipline. Okay? And when you love something, you're dedicated to it. Okay? And if you love something, you'll be disciplined enough to make sure that that love stays with it.
Right.
Okay? So again, there's just some things, like I said, that's within innately that comes with our spirit and our makeup, that if we utilize those things, we can all be in a better place.
Amen.
That don't mean that every day is going to be great, but you can make the next day greater.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. That the key word you said is utilize.
Right.
If we don't do it, then all we doing is having big dreams.
Amen. That's like you saying, okay, when I get 25 years old, I'm gonna go out and buy this car that I've always wanted, right? And you spend $100,000 on the car, now you don't have no gas to put in, no money to get gas to put in. So the car is sitting.
You ain't got no insurance money.
No, nothing. So you ain't think this thing through. You know what I mean? You ain't make it work for you. So you got to look at all areas, all aspects in order for it to be a successful thing or victory in your life.
That's a fact. We got to take all the proper steps to make sure the victory is actually victorious and not just another half-assed story to tell.
Right.
What coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Right. Or something that you could show off to the people that you got.
Right.
Okay. I got this 500 Benz, but guess what? It's sitting outside, gathering dust and getting eat up by the rain because I can't put no gas.
What song is that? He was like, pull up at the club, VIP, gas tank on me, all drinks on me.
Yeah, I know. Oh man, I can't remember that artist. That's funny.
What's his name? Trill Savage, Sweet Jones, Charlotte McGay, Webby. That's his name.
That's crazy.
Yeah, let's go to topic 2.
Okay, here we
Let's
go.
move on to topic 2.
Let's see what this look like.
We got elevating from rubber soles to hard bottoms, right? From the male perspective, is becoming more vulnerable and encouraging our emotional expression. So we getting back to the idea of emotion, man. So something that's very important, I think, is we got to break stereotypes.
Right.
We got to break the stereotypes. We got to stop just saying, this is, as a man, you shouldn't feel this way. As a man, you shouldn't be complaining about things and being unhappy. Excuse me. Vulnerability is a strength, right? It's not a weakness. Like, to be vulnerable to something means to be open to it, to be willing, to be passionate. I mean,
right.
So when you're vulnerable to something, it's literally a part of growth. So you can't grow without being vulnerable. I think that, especially for men, when we see vulnerability, it's definitely like it's a stigma to it. It's a negative to it. Like, It's something that we can't, our machos don't let us do it. Like, we have to be tough all the time. We have to be this way. Because if anybody sees us in any other light, they might try to play us. They might try to take advantage of us. And we holding ourselves back. You know what I mean?
Right.
How many things you probably wanted to do, but were afraid to do because you were scared of what other people were going to say?
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't start rapping until I was almost 30 because I was scared of everybody else.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy about that is people don't realize that if you don't allow vulnerability to be a part of your life, you walk around with an imbalance.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like you're a scale, and one side is always tilted to the right, because you won't allow that vulnerability to come on your left to balance things out. You know what I mean? And that's what happens with a lot of us. We go through life and we deal with stuff, and it becomes a cycle for us, and we never get to where we're going because we won't look at the things that will balance the life out.
Right.
You know, so vulnerability is so important because what it does, it attaches to your emotions and it sets you down for a second to be able to use some wisdom in thinking through what it is you need to think through.
That's perfectly said. Like, I don't even want to disturb that right now because that was well said, my brother.
Thank you. Vulnerability
is don't let it be a shackle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't let it hold you back. Right. We definitely have to, like I said before, bro, become more emotionally intelligent. This is something, like I said, the schools are pushing it for now, especially the kids I work with. You know, I work with kids with special needs. So we check in with them a couple times a day, especially the kids that are like nonverbal.
Mm-hmm.
We have these charts called, not behavior charts, the SE's, like social emotional learning charts, right? SEL charts. And there's 4 quadrants, like extremely high energy, happy, or high energy and upset, low energy, happy, low energy, upset. And it's like happy, depressed, anxious, mad, calm. Like it's all kind of emotions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be surprised how these kids can really relate to these charts and
Really?
tell you exactly how they feel with a sticky, a Velcro picture of themselves. So you give them all the picture and they place it to where how they feel in the moment, right?
Right.
And you be like, and honestly, a lot of them can tell you exactly, like something may have happened on the bus. So now I'm not in a good mood. I'm angry. All right, cool. Thank you for advocating for yourself. I'm gonna leave you alone for an hour. You know what I mean? We come check back in a little while. Give you some time to blow the steam off.
Right.
If those students can learn emotional intelligence, us as regular people should be able to hone in on the skills as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like we need to be more emotional intelligence.
Right. You know, for a lot of us, again, we carry our learned behavior into our adulthood when it's never corrected. And we get into these relationships and wonder why the relationships don't work. We find these jobs, wonder why we can't keep a job. Or I'm on a job and I'm always getting in trouble. I'm always getting written up, you know. And for the place that I work at, right, we have what's called high reliability organization. So what that means is, let's say you mess up on the job, you mess up real bad, right? And instead of you getting suspended or terminated, we sit you down and we go over those shortcomings, right? And then we show you ways to combat it so that it doesn't happen again.
Wow.
You know, and then we bring you in to try to make you more of a part of the organization. Like, okay, we got some major decisions to make for our department. Okay, and the higher ups is giving us a budget, and they're asking us to find ways to supplement certain things and to make sure that we have a steady flow of navigation through the system so that there's no interruption when the people come.
Right.
Right? Maybe you can help me with this. So when you do that, it makes them feel like they're a part of something.
Right.
Right? And their mindset starts to change and they start to relay what there was really on their heart, because now it's like, oh wow, I could really speak my mind. You know, and this way you get to know the individual, and when they're dealing with something, they'll open up to you, and that way you can talk them or help them out with the things they're going through.
Right. Those communication patterns right there build culture.
Right.
And the culture that you guys are promoting is one that everybody's voice matters. Every single person matters.
Right.
And those are the most effective and the heartwarming. Those are the places where people may be underpaid, but because you don't feel undervalued, you don't mind it.
Absolutely.
Work doesn't feel like a job. It feels like, I tell people all the time, I love my job. I love going to work. Work is a break from my regular life. Like, but it's the culture that's built into the school. You know what I mean? Like this, I've worked in many schools before, and there's nothing like where I'm at right now. It's an amazing place to be. It's well supported. Of course, it's over 300 staff members, so of course there's going to be issues. People are not going to get along and stuff like that. But on the big picture side of it, I want to say it's a highly supported place where the visions and the values are clear, and all the staff is really like nobody that's above us is unapproachable.
Right.
And they're willing to help.
Right.
As much as people are intimidated by their status or something like that, they're willing to help.
Right. So the reason why I brought up that information is because I'm looking at this topic, right? Elevating from rubber soles to hard bottoms. And what was so perfect for me is those individuals that we did those things with, before that, they will come in with jeans, sneakers to work, you know, with they latest leather bomber on in the winter. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, all the fashion stuff we see in the community. But after having those conversations, they start coming with the button-ups, a tie with a vest every now and then, the hard bottoms, not the sneakers. You know what I mean? And you see that you've made a impact on that individual. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you see the change almost immediately, because they want to be a part of something.
Right.
And they see what that looks like, so they try to emulate it, not only in their mindset, but now in their dress, so that when they walk through an office, people can receive them without thinking something else about them.
Right. I definitely understand that full circle. It's like I go to work very comfortable because of the job I do, but I'm in school right now to be an administrator. So it's like, I already know when it's time to take this next step, I gotta elevate my whole self, not just to one area, just educating my brain. Like physical, my appearance, I gotta keep that up to par with this status symbol, just so that the culture that I'm trying to develop shows that I'm here for business. It's like this isn't a lax place. This is a place where we're gonna get down and dirty. We're gonna work, and we're gonna make sure these kids get the best education possible.
Right.
But you gotta look the part.
That's right.
You gotta look the part, right? And that goes into also having self-acceptance, right? Being vulnerable. I know going to Catholic school my whole life, coming home, they be like, yo, you wear uniform every day? I remember these kids, oh man, these twins that lived in my building. I came home from school one day, they never saw me in uniform before. And their first question was, they said, you had court today?
Wow.
They had to be like 6, 7 years old.
Wow.
And that's what they asked me. Did you have court today? The dress code shows the trauma sometimes to me. Trauma definitely depicts itself in many, many facets. You know, a lot of people on the G fields hate their job. That's a fact. I say there's a book called Ikigai. I forgot who the author is. It's a Japanese way of living. And basically what it tells you is to find something you like doing, find something that's useful for the world, find something that you can get paid for, right? And whatever falls in the bubbles of all those things, and it makes you happy, that's what you should be doing with your life.
Absolutely.
All right, so it's like a lot of people fall in the trap of just looking for money, especially during times of desperation. And I'm not going to say your 9 to 5 shouldn't pay for your dreams. So I'm a firm believer in maintaining a 9 to 5 so you can have a 5 to 9.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to maintain your work. But some people fall into the trap and just become complacent with the cash, but their quality of life goes down. So I never want to be one of those people. All right, so mandating vulnerability, I think one thing that we have to do too is just accept and encourage ourselves. Because I think a lot of times, especially with social media, we just comparing all day, comparing to people who may not even be doing that well, people you don't even know. These strangers out here who are on yachts and partying all the time, and you don't know what their lives are like, but you just know that you sitting on your couch and you got oodles and noodles for dinner again. And it's like, you thinking of the worst of the worst. But you just have to accept that the place you are in life right now is just it's a step. It's a growing plane. I mean, we going up the rungs of the ladder, and this is where I am right now, but this is not where I'm going to be forever. And stop comparing ourselves to other people, because I think that in comparison brings weakness sometimes, because we don't see the benefits of who we are and how well we do things. I think when you start comparing too much, you forget how good you are at certain things, because we're not doing what's maybe seen as popular or flashy, or we're not out there like that. So we have to keep that in mind too. Accept yourself, encourage yourself, embrace yourself, right? Positive and challenging things.
Yeah. So, Kyle, what does that look like, right? When you grow up in a community where, let's say you grew up in a single parent home and the father's not in your life, and your mother's busy telling you that you ain't gonna amount to nothing because you're gonna be just like your father, or in the school, the teachers and the guidance counselors are saying, oh, you're a big dummy, you don't know anything about education, you ain't trying to learn nothing, so you're gonna wind up in jail or dead somewhere. And then the people in the community say the only thing you're good for is running errands because you can't do nothing else. How do you change that narrative, and what's the value point in getting someone to understand that they're worth more than what people are saying?
I think the big thing about that would be being role models, right? We have to find role models outside of our environment. I spoke to Fess a couple months ago, and Fess is doing well off for himself, right? And I've known Fess my whole life. And our relationship right now is just a social media relationship. Mm-hmm. And what he told me was, if you want to change your life, you got to change your environment. He was like, no matter what you're doing, the people around you are probably not going to support you. They're going to be the last to support you.
Right.
He said, when you go downtown, he said, if you start hanging out below 96th Street, don't do nothing above 96th Street, your life will change. He's like, because you going out in bars and you meeting people, not even saying you're trying to get in a relationship with nobody. Oh, I thought I saw a ghost just now.
We here,
and
man.
Diggity, what's up?
Yo, what's going on, Al?
Ain't nothing, man.
And Diggity in the building. Thank you.
Here.
Better late than never.
First off, I'd like to give an apology to the Academy, to iAccess Radio, to Al, to the brand, to everything. And that's how Will Smith should have apologized to Chris Rock.
And check this out, though. And you know what we had? Today, we was presenting you with the iAccess. It was like an Oscar. You know what
way.
I mean? The version of the Oscar. And it's even worth a lot of money if you put it out there, man. I can't give it to you, man. Kai said, me and Kai had a long talk. He was like, yo, Al, I don't think he deserves it. Especially if he come in here with a camera and don't take a picture of nobody else.
Don't go slapping nobody, man.
It's all good. It's all good. So catch me up, bro. How you doing? Hold on, dap me up first. How you feel, bro?
Thank you, man. This man right here saves my life time and time again.
Oh, amen. That's a
So
blessing.
it's like this brother right here. I'm glad that you're here, bro. Right now we on topic number 2, talking about going from rubber soles to hard bottoms, right? Becoming more vulnerable and encouraging emotionally as men. And Al just posed the question of what does it look like when somebody's in an environment where their household is telling them they ain't gonna be nothing, everybody on their block is telling them they ain't gonna be nothing? How do you succumb that and take it to somewhere else and become something from that?
Hey, you gotta change your environment, man. Like, as cliche as it sounds, going where you celebrate it instead of tolerate it, bro. Because that should have changed you and lead to further down the rabbit hole into things like depression and stuff like that. So change your environment, man. Even if you can't go where you celebrate it, create something like a clean sheet of paper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, speaking on going somewhere where you're celebrated, not tolerated, I just seen this thing online, right? A father gifted his son like a 1970 car, right?
Yeah.
So he was like, yo, see what you can get for it. So he calls up the first people. They're like, yo, we give you $500 for this.
Yeah.
So he was like, all right, call somebody else. And the other person was like, we give you $300 for this. Like his car. And then he was like, call somebody else. He called like a car museum, and they gave him like $150,000 for the car because that car in that place means a lot more than it did sitting in somebody's junkyard or something like that. I mean, so definitely go where you appreciate and you celebrating is a big ideal.
Right. It's like the Poland Spring. The Poland Spring in the hood, $1. At the airport, $8.
$47.
You know what I'm saying?
On the plane.
And it's still the same thing. What it is the environment that changed the value of it.
I think also we have to find one benefit of social media. I feel like you can actually find role models through the internet. Like before, if you didn't come across these people in your daily lives, then it was just like you was SOL. But now, like speaking of, what's his name? E.T.
Yeah, Eric Thomas. Shout out my boy, the hip-hop preacher.
I would say E.T. is an extreme role model for you, bro.
Right.
And without internet access, bro, you probably never would have even heard of him or came across him like that. And now, a lot of his words really touch you.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Definitely. You ever heard of E.T., Al?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Definitely a man of the Lord. He definitely... He's a role model. He's a role model.
You know what it is? Because you see all these stories about, like, people becoming famous and making millions of dollars, and then one mistake, one error in judgment, one character, and everything is ruined, bro.
Yeah.
Everything is ruined. I mess with E.T. because he focused on that, getting your character and standing for your integrity and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out him. Shout out my boy E.T.
Yeah, so for us believers, one thing that the word tells us is there's no condemnation in Christ Jesus. So no matter what is going on, you should not be condemned, especially by another human being, because we're all of the same makeup, the same spirit.
Right.
Okay, and for someone to judge you and have walked in the same mud, but because you can't see it on their shoes, they think they're better than you, is a travesty to me. So that's why I love the positivity of people like E.T. and others like him, because there's a lot of people out there who are giving so much positive vibes out there. And like you said, if we look for it in a positive way, we'll find it.
Right.
Because it's out there.
Yo, I got a question. And it's pertaining to what you just said, Al. You think low self-esteem and depression is a sin?
It's a sin if it leads to you doing something to somebody else or committing a murder. If you allow those things to manifest and you wind up committing a crime behind it, or you're hurting somebody, then yes, it's a sin in that light. But to deal with depression, anxiety, and stuff like that, it's just a matter of your life, where it is and why there's so much darkness in it, and how do you climb to the top to get to the light.
Out with the word.
We a little earlier we was talking about emotional intelligence. You know what I mean? So it's like being able to know how you feel and label how you feel, and so you can tell people how you feel. I mean, I don't think there's sin in that, but like you said, once you act on it, once you make that become tangible in a negative way, that's where the sin comes. Tangibility. A lot of people fall short following what's important to the block or social media. Amen. We both joined the gang when we was like 10, just because that's what they was doing on the block. Running around slapping people for no reason and stuff like that. Doing so much dumb stuff that I'm like, I pray my son don't ever get caught up in none of this, man.
I was in that gang a total of 48 hours. 48 hours. You know, the third day is the trial membership. You locked in for life. So I got out just in time. They told me I couldn't smile no more. I can't smile.
You was done with them, right?
Yeah, it was over. I was like, this not for me.
Yeah, those are the days, bro.
You know what's so crazy that you guys say that, because I think as young men growing up in our communities, we all find ourselves following that same thing, you know, because they present themselves as a family, and not only a family, a way of protection. Especially a guy like me who grows up that don't have a big brother, right? And cats want to try to take advantage of you. You forced to learn how to fight. You forced to learn how to defend yourself. And for those who didn't have enough courage to do that, they became victims.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think we need to take the time out, man, and say thank you for not allowing us three to fall into that. You know what I mean? Because the three of us could have been anywhere today.
Right.
Because of it.
Right. I look back and, you know, me and Kaya literally grew up right next door to each other, next door neighbors. I'm talking about
1C, 1D.
I'm talking about we used to take a wire hanger, hang it on the door in the hallway, roll up a sock, play basketball in the hallway.
How many games you lost?
And on the flip side of that, you know, living where we came from, there was a lot of absent fathers. Like, I think in our building, like, you was the only one that really had their father. Mr. Lambert. Yeah, it was like a handful out of a whole building, bro.
Let's connect the other building. Out of 24 apartments, you have my father, Mr. Lambert, Joey and them father. That might be it, bro.
Exactly, bro. Yeah. And in my house, my mom worked all day. So and father in the streets, mom worked all day. And it was like not only just raising ourselves, but looking for the right formula of love to carry us, you know what I'm saying, to excellence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's crazy, though? Even though I grew up with my father, right? I don't think my father's lessons really set into me until I became grown. When I was younger, I wanted to impress the block. I was listening to what my father said, but I was listening just so I could go back outside. Like, I wasn't trying to take heed to anything he was saying. And now it's like, as a grown man, I'm like, damn. Especially now because I can't talk to him no more. I just be thinking about some of the stuff he said to me as a young kid, and I'm like, yo, if I'd have listened to this stuff, if I'd have listened to 10% of it, my life could have had a way better projection. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of it. But it was like, oh, all right, cool. Don't they not your friends? All right, bet, whatever. Like, in my building, I'm the only father out of 48 apartments.
That is crazy.
Real, bro.
That is crazy.
The extinction of the planter, right? Mm-hmm. The extinction of the planter, because here it is. You have all these families, all these women with all these children, and in order for a woman to have a child, a man has to impregnate her.
Right.
He has to plant that seed. So what happens from that time period that child is created to the time where it comes time to raise that child? What's happened to the fatherly figures?
Yo, I got like a couple ideas about this, right? And I know somebody gonna hate me for saying this though, but it's like, besides mass incarceration, right, and all the drug laws and stuff like that, I think that welfare is part of the issue here. Because you know that if there's no welfare, there'll be a lot of deadbeat mothers. Right? For real. There's a lot of hungry kids out here. Yeah. But with welfare, it's like, all right, even if I get pregnant, I don't need you. We don't need to work these problems out. You could go do you. I'm going to be good. Me and mine's going to be taken care of. I don't need you. You know what I mean? So I think that could be, from the woman's side of it, that can be a miscue. And then I think a lot of men aren't emotionally, spiritually, financially ready to have kids. Right. They all want to do the dance. You know what I mean? They all want to get ready and participating in the making of it, but to actually strap your boots up and go do what you got to do, I don't think a lot of people do.
It's a difference between practicing for war and being in war.
That's it.
And you know what it is too? It's post-nut clarity. Because while you in it, you like, what? Oh, you see the beaches, the waters, perfect weather, but after you bust that nut and go back to reality, it's like you ever been on a vacation and then see the plane flying over your neighborhood? You're like, after that, that's what it is.
Yo, you know what could be they standing on the corner in the newest Jordans. Welfare is a huge part of the problem. Some get pregnant to receive the benefits. That's a fact. I know a girl who was like, she will not become permanent at my job because it's going to mess her welfare up. Right. So she strategically takes off days to make sure that her pay stubs reflect whatever she needs when it's time for her to go recertify, so she could keep her housing, keep her stamps up, and then she go back to work full time again.
Yeah, my apartment like that too. It's like I know not to do overtime when it's rent recertification. You know what I'm saying?
That's when they will get up and go get a job because there was nothing to rely on. Facts. Hey, so I got the answer though. You ready? It's a little cruel, but I got the answer.
Post-nut clarity.
Yo, if they were 100% reversible without damaging anything, right?
Yeah.
Once boys go through puberty, I think you can make all boys get vasectomies until they're emotionally and financially capable of having a child. That means you can still have all the sex you want, right? But there had to be no side effects, which is not possible. So it's like, right. You know what I mean? But that way, you know how many kids we wouldn't have?
Right.
It would be a lot less kids running around.
Yo, Kai, I hear you with that, but I know for me, I was a father at 16, so once I got a taste,
why you wear
and you telling me I can't make nobody pregnant? Listen, man, there'd be so many victims out there. I'll be touching everything.
Everything.
Yo, I'll try to put what you said into context. Like me, I'm a big wrestling fan. So you saying that we shouldn't be able to have kids until we win the World Heavyweight Championship belt. You got to go through, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel like that would make a society that's...
He said, how about?
That's one thing I would say about that is like, you would have to be determined to become a father to order to be a father. Right. It's not something that could just... I mean,
like a champion.
We all have mistakes. My son is a mistake, bro. I was shooting up so many clubs, I thought I couldn't have kids. I was like, fuck it, shoot him.
Right.
Shoot it. We shooting everything.
Shoot the J.
But it's like, if that was possible, I feel like the world would be like, the population would be really, really small, right? Because a lot of these people running around don't have what it takes to be fathers, bro.
A lot of people like to wake up at noon with nice shit. You know what I'm saying?
That is a fact. That's a whole fact.
So there are more ways to avoid without me facing the knife. They tried. It's called condoms. It don't work.
Listen, on my come up, birth control was a main thing in the school and in the community. They talked about the IUDs, the birth control pills, the condoms. They had these parenting classes. They had sex education. I mean, they ran the gamut to make sure that they educated us as much as they could. But it ain't stopped nothing.
It ain't stopped nothing, right?
It ain't stopped nothing. We were still wilding.
You know what it is, too? Sex is the only thing that's truly free. All you need is time and space. You don't need nothing else. You really don't need no resources to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
To get a bottle of water from the store, you need $1.
Right.
If she want to smash and you want to smash right now, y'all can go in the alley somewhere and get it in. Yep.
I heard a comedian say you could get sex from a chick faster than you could get $5. He say, you want to fuck? Yeah. Can I have $5? No.
Said, now fools want to get cut now after 10 kids. Dudes is lazy. Sex ain't free. No. Maybe sex with you ain't free, but it's a lot of it's some free sex out here going on. Not on certain block in Mount Vernon. Pay to play.
But they out there working.
I drive past here sometimes when I'm picking up after I drop my son off from school. Yeah. Yo, bro, it was like 7:45 in the morning. I'm driving like, yo, is she naked?
Yeah.
She had on like a little top, little shorts. I'm like, damn, I didn't know they sell pussy this early.
Oh, you ain't hear about that? That's the new clothes line they got out called Custom Tape.
Oh, Custom Tape? I like that.
Yo,
you got the custom tapes on, huh?
Yo, I don't want to get off subject and stuff like that, but I had something happen to me a couple years ago, and this shit is still on my... I don't know how to feel about it, right? So I'm at a bar. I meet this girl. We drinking. And she tells me this, and this blew my mind. She says, I'm only going to have sex with you because I'm drunk. I don't know how I feel about that.
You should have said, let's party? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's one side, let's party. The other side, like, damn.
You know what you should have did?
Yeah.
And you should have said, you know what? Call me tomorrow when you sober.
And if you don't want to fuck no more, then get drunk and then call me back.
Oh, boy.
And she said that she wasn't drunk. Okay, CeeLo.
He's like, oh, we only gonna have sex because I'm drunk. I was like, what? I was confused the whole time.
But that's a good segue into the third question. We got like 5 minutes to go into this third. So, what's the third topic?
I got you. Hold on. We got it right here.
Boom. Thank you, Al. Is trauma still connected to you, right? Mm-hmm. In the sense that does the impact of childhood experience on adult relationships? So I'll go first, right? So, hi, my name's Kaya, and I'm a dog. Well, I used to be a dog. I ain't a dog no more. I laid it down. I put the collar down, right? But what it stemmed from, bro, is I was madly in love with this girl. I was like a freshman in high school, and I done saved up my little bit of lunch money my mom was giving me, starving, not eating, so I could go buy her something. I took the bus all the way to Cross County, bro.
Yeah.
You got to get that bus on 241st. So I had to walk to 241st just to get on the bus to go to Cross County and spend my little $30, $40 in Victoria's Secrets or whatever. Right? I take the bus back. It starts snowing. And I get to our house and I knock on the door and they like, she's not here. She's not here. She's not here.
That's great.
I'm like, all right. I walk down the block. I see her sitting in a car with a dude. And it's like, yo, I just jumped through all these hoops for this girl. She knew I was coming. Like, it wasn't a surprise. And she's sitting in the car with somebody else. And ever since that day, it was like, fuck bitches. I'm getting mine. That's it. Like, and I literally lived like that up until.
I was about to say, that still affect you today?
Nah, it don't affect me today no more because of the emotional intelligence. There we go.
Okay.
Right?
So you know what you should have done? You should have waited to see if the dude in the car, right, drove off. Because, guys be having cars, and they sit out in their cars, and chicks be sitting in the car, but they ain't got no gas.
Well, he probably didn't drive. They ended up having 2 kids, so.
Well, that's when he was driving in the car.
It was like driving a ride or something was going on in there.
Oh, man. Yo, for me, it's crazy, because I started a podcast because I felt like I couldn't communicate effectively, and that came from in the home. Like I said, father in the streets, mom's working all day, and then when she come home, she too tired, you know what I'm saying? So it was like looking for that love. So I had an episode with my moms. I was like, Ma, why you ain't hug us? You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't hug us? Up until that point, this was a couple years ago during the pandemic, but up until that point, they always felt like something was missing, and I would walk away from every relationship because of it. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I had to realize, I shouldn't let that be in control of living a full life, taken away, because at the end of the day, you're still responsible and accountable to living a good life, bro.
A good, happy life.
Yeah.
And I kind of got that same situation, but the opposite side of the spectrum. I used to watch my moms wild out on my pops, bro. And then that's kind of like the idea I got, like, well, once you finally settle down, you just got to take your woman for who she is. And that don't lead to a happy life either, bro.
Right.
It's like...
Yo, your father told me. I was like, yo, what's the key to being married, all this shit? He said, shut the fuck up.
He was like, yes, there.
Yeah, a lot of tongue biting.
Yes, there.
And stuff like that.
That's crazy.
That really a way to live?
Yo, bro, let me tell you a story about my pops one day, right? I don't know what my mom's was beefing about, but he's sitting in the living room. We sitting in the living room, he watching TV, right? And she said something, and he's just going like shrugging his shoulders, like, all right, whatever. She was like, I should pour this soda on your head. She had a fresh, just cracked 20-ounce Pepsi.
Yeah.
And he goes, whatever. She poured the whole soda on his head. I was like, what is about to happen? My man got up, went in the bathroom, washed off, changed his shirt, and went outside. Came back home like nothing happened. Oh. So it's like seeing that, it's like, oh yeah, if you want to be happy, you just got to put up with a lot of shit. I don't think that leads to happiness, though, bro. I think that's definitely toxic behavior that needs to be addressed. Ma, you was wrong, Ma. You was wrong.
Shame on you, Mr. Sheena.
I'm like Will Smith in Hitch. What did I do? Bro, you're doing it now.
Yo, when you were saying that, that's exactly what popped in my head.
Oh, that's crazy.
Just seeing them at the window while it was raining, knocking on the door while shorty getting off with the next
bro.
Yeah, for me, growing up, and it was crazy because my mother would take my sisters and go do things, and she would leave me home like, wait for your father. My father was a drunk alcoholic, and a lot of times he never came to get me, so I was left to fend for myself. And the other side of that is my mother wasn't an affectionate mother. I think, let me see, I was 26 when I got out the military, and that was the first time my mother ever hugged me. So all of those things that I learned as a child, right, and I began to grow my own family, my thing was, I'm not going to treat my children or do the things that my parents didn't do. Right. So my father drank, I wasn't drinking. My mother smoked, I wasn't smoking. Okay, I made sure that my children kept a clean house. But then what I did is I worked my butt off. The overtime was there. I went to work. Anything I could do to make money, I worked. So the sad part about that is I wasn't there for a lot of the events in my children's lives. you know. And my middle son, his second year in college, they put out this newspaper. I guess it's some type of thing they do every year, and they asked him what was the thing that he always wanted for Christmas and never got, and he put in that thing that he wanted to spend time with his father.
Wow.
That thing broke me down so bad, man. You know, so we got to be real careful of how we think we're doing the right things by not wanting to repeat some of the habits that our parents repeated, but it turns us in another direction, and we can hurt our own children in that place.
This is definitely like, they call it the soft era of parenting, right? So it's like that's a big ideal in my house.
You got beat?
Huh?
You got beat?
Yeah.
With the belt?
Yeah. First of all, remember my pop's hands, nigga? My pops used to pick us up by our ankles and hold us upside down and beat us. Yo. My mom, I said that to my mom. I was like, am I lying? She was like, nope. I'm like, yo, bro, we used to get beat upside down.
Yeah, I had the shower beatings. Get in the shower.
I got one of those.
Take the towels from all the towels out the bathroom. So you got to call for a towel. I need a towel. They're like, F it, I'm going to just get in the bed wet.
But I think my mom wasn't that affectionate either, bro. Like, she's not a huggy, kissy person. And I think that's why with my relationships with women too, I don't like being clung on to and stuff. Like, I don't want to sit there and cuddle. Like, get away from me. I need my space. After we do, I need my space. Like, you know what I mean?
Yo.
So with my son now, it's like, I don't know how many times I hug and kiss this boy a day just because the idea of it.
Right.
And then I be talking to him, and his mother be like, why are you talking to him like that? I be like, yo, my mother would have slapped the shit out of me for that already. I'm talking to him. This is steps in the right direction. Like, I'm not perfect, but we going this way now.
Right.
My mom, she said that she saw a picture of her hugging her mother, and her mother didn't hug her back. A picture that lasts a lifetime.
Wow.
And she said that's why she never hugged us.
Yo, I asked because of you.
Yeah.
You was like, yo, remember you was like, you went and talked to your moms, your grandmas, like talk to your people while you still can. So I talked to my mom about it. She was like, yo, listen, she said, I was more affectionate to y'all than my mother was with us.
Yeah.
You feel me? So she felt like she was taking the right steps too. And once you get that behind the scenes information and stuff, and you be like, yo, she did the best she could.
Right,
you feel me?
right.
Well, what she had from where she came from, like you said, your mom's hugged her moms and she didn't hug her back. My mom said they used to eat dinner with the belt on the table.
Yep, that's
Somebody
a fact.
act that she's going to town on them, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yo, I asked my mom, I said, yo, what is your best memory as a child? She said, I don't have one. She said, maybe playing in the park with some of the neighborhood kids. But she said, at home, she said, my brothers and sisters, my mom is the youngest. She said, my brothers and sisters used to torture me all the time. She was like, I would walk in the room and be carrying something. My sister would just slap it on the floor, make me pick it up. If I say something, she would punch me in the face. Like, my grandmother got the belt at the table, so any mishaps, you getting it. You know what I mean? Like, the Kingdom Hall was more important than anything else.
Wow.
So she just, when you get that scope, like, damn, no wonder you a bitch. Like no wonder, that's well deserved. Like, all right, I got you now.
But you know, we get to a point where we learn to understand their pain.
Yes.
And their struggles, you know.
Empathy.
My dad, I didn't get to know him until like maybe the last 5 years of his life. And I come to find he was a great dude. He had a great heart. He loved basketball. He loved the Knicks. He was a Knicks fan, die hard. And I found out that he loved my mother so much that when they broke up, he kind of like gave up on life.
Oh, wow.
That's what started him to drinking. And I'm like, really? Love does that to you? Because I remember when I was in the military, he was drunk one day and he was like, son, do me a favor. Don't ever fall in love. And I never understood why he said that to me. But it wasn't until later that I realized why he said that. And that's crazy.
That's real.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Love can do that to you.
Yeah, I got an uncle, Al, fell schizophrenia, dealing with a woman. She had a miscarriage, and he lost it all. Like, he went schizophrenic. And then my pop said, The pussy wasn't even all of that. To be going crazy.
You know what's so crazy about us as a people? We can find humor in almost everything, man. Because that's crazy. And then you got to ask your pops, how do you know?
He said, my pop said, I wanted to know because he went crazy. I had to try it. He said, it wasn't even all that.
Wow. That's crazy. That is so crazy.
That's real rap. So everybody watching, if you got people in your life that you love, go talk to them. Go ask them some simple questions about their childhood and their upbringing. I promise you, the scope that you get from that, like I got this from Aunt Diggity, honestly, straight from him. And I did it, and I brought it to, because I work with my mom too. She's a teacher in my same building. So I went to her classroom, and I had this conversation, and I went back to my desk, and I just sat there. Fucking tears started building up in my eyes and shit. I'm like, yo, damn, bro. I always thought my mom was just like a mean-spirited person. And at the end of the day, she was just a survivor, man.
Yeah.
She was a survivor.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then from that conversation, everybody in my office went home, and it was like homework. Everybody went home and did it. And I work with an Asian guy. He said his mom bust out crying. He said when he asked her, like, yo, tell me about your childhood, first thing she did was cry.
Yeah.
She said she wasn't able to play. It was school, and then they used to make fake flowers to sell. She said that that's her entire childhood was just that. She didn't have friends, nothing like that. That's like, wow. And they were in China, like. So it's crazy, bro. Go make sure you go talk to your people.
Yeah. So also to share, I realized why my mother later on, why she was the way she was, is because she had 9 brothers and sisters, and she was the oldest. So my grandmother went to work. Guess who had to take care of their brothers and sisters?
Right.
So when it came to me and my sisters, she was tired of raising children.
Right.
You know,
She already did her bit.
and her thing was, if you got a roof over your head and you eating, that's all you need from me.
Right.
I don't need to be hugging you. I don't need to be telling you I love you. None of that. You know? And we had to take it. We had to take it just like that. But I understood later on in life.
Right.
And that's why it's so important, like you say, that you got to ask the questions. You got to have those conversations, you know, because it really opens up the door to why people are the way they are.
Right.
Right. Everybody need to watch that scene from Fences with Denzel. He said,
Oh, yeah.
he was like, I'm not
That movie's
supposed to like
crazy.
you.
Yeah,
Don't I
that's a
feed
fact.
you?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Absolutely.
This has been an amazing topic, bro. I wish we could continue, but we got to get to this wild card.
All right.
Got to get to this wild card. Is this the golden rule for relationships? That's the question to the audience. Is this the golden rule? You watched the video already?
Nah. Oh, I did.
Yeah,
I did. He
okay.
sent it this morning?
Yes.
Nobody sent me the video.
Nobody sent it to you? You want me to send it now?
Yeah, you can send it to me.
All right.
The premise of it, you talking about the cheating piece?
Yeah.
Let your man cheat in peace?
You want to break it down while I send the video?
Yeah, so it's just a video of a woman saying that if you got a good man, you know what I'm saying, just let him cheat in peace. Just let him cheat in peace. And she goes into detail on why you should let your man cheat in peace. I'm a horrible book reporter.
That's that resource room.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the resource room is a necessary place, bro.
Yo, you don't realize that till you graduate.
Right. Exactly what you said. You don't realize it till you graduate.
But while you in there and all your friends walking by the classroom saying, "Is this special ed?" You don't realize that at that moment.
I'm getting it together right now.
Shaida said there's no cheating in peace.
There's no cheating in peace.
Yo, not for nothing, not even to be on her side, but I kind of agree with her.
Yo, I see.
Because what is cheating? Cheating is me going to get happiness behind your back so you won't get hurt. That's what cheating is.
You don't cheat.
You agree,
in peace.
Al?
You cheat for peace.
Yeah, but people don't look at cheating like that. People look at cheating as if you're doing something specifically to hurt them. And they don't understand why you're doing something specifically to hurt them after all they've done for you.
Right.
That's why a lot of car windows. That's why the car window industry is
making a lot of money, right?
Let's point me up, boy. I don't know. I seen this. What did this lady say? She said, "Listen, I know my man gonna cheat, but here's the rules. Don't be sloppy. The first time a girl call my phone for anything, or you bring something home, it's a wrap. If you spend 1 penny on her, she's yours now." And that was her rules. I was just like, that's. I don't know.
Yo, I got the same thing. I was dating a shorty. She was like, "Listen, I know I ain't the cutest shorty in the world. You could do you, but," she said, "just don't be sloppy or don't bring me nothing." But it's hard to cheat when you got the free pass. You like, bro, I got the whole pass. What's up? And everybody like, nah, we good. Yo, I got in trouble because I talked to this girl. I got denied. I'm like, what's up? She like, nah. And my girl saw that.
She like, oh, you being messy, and they told you no?
No, she was just like, yo, you cheated. I was like, no, I didn't. She said if she would have said yes, you would have cheated. She counted it as cheating.
Yeah. Anytime that you exchange information for the purpose of spending time with somebody else, whether you're just talking, whether you have, it's the intent.
Intent.
If you have the intent, it's cheating.
Well, Al, why it sound like you read that out of the dictionary? Merriam-Webster says. Okay, I got the video, y'all.
All right,
here we go. And you going to illustrate why she's talking?
On your ass in peace. Stop bothering him, harboring on it. Stop asking about these bitches. Not unless you finna do something. If you ain't finna leave your man, let your man cheat on your ass in peace. Stop bothering him, harboring on it. Stop asking about these bitches. Not unless you finna do something.
I want to know what the chat got to say about that because
I'm texting my shorty. Let me cheat.
Well, hold up. That blue box on her table said Himalayan Jack. What the hell is she eating?
I don't know. That sounds crazy.
Maybe that's why he cheating.
That pH is probably way off balance.
Ooh, Lord. Smell like something else.
I feel like if I'm doing everything to make us happy, you know what I'm saying, paying bills and, being there, being a shoulder to lean on, shoulder to cry on, being everything that you need in the man, and you're fulfilled, why shouldn't I be fulfilled? You know what I'm saying?
And what is fulfillment for you equal? Head 6 times a week?
Negative 10 stamina, negative 100 sperm count. Nah. Being fulfilled, it's different from me. Like for me, because my thing is quality time. Quality time.
That's your love language?
Yeah, quality time. So if I'm not getting it from you, or if I'm getting it from you, I wouldn't need it from anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Yo, sometimes a man could have a wife, a man could be in a committed relationship, but sometimes he can't even be vulnerable enough. Sometimes you just gotta find a shorty just to cry. Because he can't cry in front of his woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we got a friend who is the exact opposite, right? He's very vulnerable with women. women give him the world, but he be like, yo, something wrong with me. I just can't stop. These women give me everything I ask for, everything I need. I just can't stop.
That just means that he has a lustful nature and a spirit. That's all.
And trauma, like the last segment.
Right. He's been traumatized by something that makes him feel like having sex cures whatever he's ailing him.
Fill a void. Yo, the solution to that is like you need to fucking get the roots and pull it out, bro.
What if though, this is the only thing you really been good at?
What?
You've been able to smash chicks since you was 13. Maybe school wasn't my thing. I'm in between jobs all the time. I can't find nothing. My hobbies are cool, but they don't make me no money. But women is something I do well.
I think you need to search in the inside for that because me, right? Like my whole life, it's been big girls, big girls.
Ain't nothing wrong with a big girl.
Big and tasty.
Big and tasty. Because I was a big dude,
right.
But I recently lost 120 pounds now. But at the same time, my confidence is still the 400-pound dude that could only get 400-pound women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now I'm like, all right, I'm down to $120. I don't want that, you know.
That
I want
mindset.
to how I learned to take care of myself. I want somebody that could take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? But it's harder to go from the mind frame like, all right, I want a skinny girl. All I'm getting is skinny women now. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely like internal work.
Right.
I got a solution for that. You know, somebody that has a problem like that with they using sex as a weapon, they should get a female Chucky doll with razor blades inside. And believe me, they'll stop within a day or two.
Yo, you know what's crazy? He said that in the video. You played the No Stress video. He said it in the song too.
What?
I'm gonna take it to the crib and use sex as a weapon.
Yo, you know what would be crazy? Like, you know how dudes are like sexually, like want to have sex all the time, right?
Horny?
Yeah, horny all the time, right? What if you meet a girl, you talking to us, and she just like, what up? Pull it out right there. Pull it out.
Younger me would be like, thank you, God. Older me would be like, red flag, I'm good on that.
Nah.
That happened to me in junior high school.
And you got shook?
I took it out and she ran.
What she said?
Maybe he hasn't found the right one emotionally enough to get him to settle.
Maybe he needs more of a challenge.
The Dr. Phil answer. Salute to you.
Peace to the gods. Yeah, that's definitely, I don't know, bro. I feel like though, if you not gonna leave, if you're not gonna be happy, why stay?
Right. Like I feel like you sign up. You know what I'm saying? You sign up for these things.
We used to call it backing out in my day. You're gonna end up on a Me Too milk carton now.
For real.
Right.
I'm good on those. Yeah, I just took my sexual harassment training at work. You can't even look at a girl too long.
Tell me about it.
That's sexual harassment.
Can't even look.
She got her titties out, and I'm looking, and that's sexual harassment.
Yep, it's
That's
unwanted.
crazy,
It's
bro.
unwanted attention. Right.
Hey, Grizzly Bear.
And if she perceives, and it makes her feel uncomfortable, you got a problem.
I like titties. Your
Right.
titties is out. Like, we at work. If that's what you chose to wear. But I got to turn a blind eye as a man, which is very difficult. It's very, very difficult.
Can men use the word inappropriate like women?
I don't know.
Yo, that was inappropriate, my dude.
Yeah, you can do it, but then the other brothers are gonna be looking at you like, "What's wrong with you?"
I don't know. I feel like women can get away with a lot. Cause what if a woman's saying, "Yo, could I cheat in peace?"
Yo,
you know what
bro.
I'm saying? What if the roles will switch? A woman is like, "Can I cheat in peace, bro?"
She probably already doing it if she's saying that.
Right.
You know the difference between the men cheating and women cheating?
Yeah.
When women cheat, they don't know who the baby daddy is.
And when men cheat, what?
You are the father.
You are the father. You know. There's only one person going in her. They both got kids. They both belong to the same person.
Damn.
Ain't no test that need to be taken.
Miss Purdy said everything is sexual harassment in the school system.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Well,
Yo,
I'm
there's
going
a
down.
lady who I work with. She's probably, I think her son is like my age. She's probably like 50 something. Body straight off the DR doctor table. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
She wear these sundresses, cleavage be out, booty be poking.
Yeah.
And every day she see me, she go, what? She go, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm
Really?
watching you. Don't look.
And all the little boys sign up for her class, right?
He's just like, all right, cool.
They be on their best behavior.
I'm like this. I'm not looking. You good. Go ahead.
Do they still have chalkboards in class?
Nah, there's no more chalkboards.
Man.
Ain't no
she
more
don't even-
chalkboards?
She don't get a chance to turn around and write nothing on the board?
No, we still got, but we got smart boards now.
Okay.
So it's like a TV that you can pull up a whiteboard on and you can write.
Right.
Oh, okay. You got the chalkboard with wheels. Chalkboard got wheels now.
I tried to explain that to my son the other day. Like, yo, they used to have to bring the TV in the classroom.
Right.
He's like, what?
Yep, absolutely.
He's in the classroom.
So what I would ask her is this. I'm having problems with my spelling, and I have 100 spelling words that I got to learn by tomorrow. Can you help me with them? Can you write them on the board for me?
Oh,
She would have no problem with that.
Ooh.
I wish I had a picture of her on my phone. I would show you. She fire. I ain't even gonna lie. She definitely fire. She keep herself well. I don't know if it's the doctor that's keeping her together like that, or she work out, but something's working well for her.
She said, y'all gonna say hell no to us if we be like, could we cheat in peace?
Listen, I'm all about equality. So, but you got to be able to take it.
That's right.
You got to be able to take it.
That's right.
Yeah, cause I know some guys out there that do all the cheating, and then once the roles are reversed, they
Oh my God, they messed up, right?
Dancing in the rain.
the part 2 of they murder spree started.
Oh boy,
That's a fact.
that's crazy.
Yo, this time is flying on us, fellas. We y'all trying to get into the pressure check? Pressure check?
Pressure check.
Pressure check. I got 2 numbers. We're gonna call the first number first.
I bet. Let's see if he pick up.
Who that blind boss?
Yeah.
Blind boss. Hey, if you pick up, this is the New York Times best-selling author, Teddy J. But we call him the blind boss.
Hello?
Yo.
What's happening, bro?
What's good, my boy? You are live on iAccess Radio with me and Diggity right now.
Behind enemy lines.
Oh, word? So we
Yeah.
live and dangerous?
Blind boss in the building.
Dangerous. So we need your opinion on a subject that we were just talking about. We gotta get.
Well, I'm always willing to give up some blind boss philosophy.
I bet. So then we just watched a video of this lady. She's saying, yo, if you're not gonna leave your man, let your man cheat in peace. So the first part of the question is what you think about that, cheating in peace, and 2, would you let your girl cheat in peace?
Well, if y'all cheating, then I don't think, if that's not an agreement, then y'all probably don't belong together. Like, if you don't see a significant other in your other, then what's the sense of y'all being significant? Y'all might as well keep that in, or like, or just come to that agreement that y'all could just fuck around with it with other people.
Do you think you could live that lifestyle?
Me myself?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
like, listen, when I say significant other, I'm talking about y'all going on vacations, y'all kissing each other in the mouth, holding hands in public.
You done licked the ass, hey.
And then you see a Ashanti lookalike, and she looking at you.
And then she see a Dexter St. Jock.
And she looking at him. Now you gotta look back at your shorty like, okay, now we might have to come to an agreement.
Blind boys, would you let your shorty cheat in peace?
Hell no. You talk to her every moment of the way. Like, I want to know like what position. I want to know what condom. Like,
blind boys, you gonna keep walking in the room every 10 minutes.
Y'all good?
Y'all good?
Yo, she pick her left butt cheek up, pass me the remote.
Oh shit! And while you gonna be telling inside jokes while we live.
See, only 3 of us laugh. We do.
Hold up, Miss Purdy got a question for him. Why is it okay for you and not for his girl?
Well, okay for me, for not for my girl, because
to cheat in peace.
Like I said, if y'all come across that agreement, like sometimes, like as a female, that shit is gross because you taking in, you can't just wipe off. It's harder to get all of that extra stuff out of there. So in a way, females have to be more responsible. But not only in that way either, because there's also like cleaning methods where a female shouldn't use tissue to clean herself. She should actually use wipes or a washcloth or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, females have to take extra care of themselves because the lifestyle that they live. That's who they are. So what they have.
So blind boys, you're saying that when a man cheats, he's happy. When a female cheats, she's miserable.
Well, when a female cheats, most likely she plan on leaving. So yeah.
That ain't true. That ain't always true.
Oh, yes, it is. Homeboy ain't delivering. And only reason why she ain't leave you yet is because she didn't find anybody better than you.
And that's some girl she used to complain to me
overall better than you.
I can't believe
like, it might
all
be
he
better
wants to do is watch YouTube videos and this, that, and the third. I don't know how long I'm gonna put up with this while she's getting undressed. I'm like, oh, you're right. You know we dumb, man, stupid. Let me bring them titties.
We gonna stay with her, right? Like, no matter.
Well, you know what they say, that when women cheat, scientifically, they're saying that when a man ejaculates inside of her, that DNA and that spirit stays with her for some time.
That's a fact. I always wondered that, like, where does it go?
I think it's the same way with men too, because you might.
Yeah, it definitely go both ways.
Yeah, you fuck a crazy female, you go a little crazy.
And you wonder why you acting wicked.
Nigga got the gout now.
She can tell you anything now when you just fall for it. Like,
I don't even eat pork. I got gout.
It'd be crazy.
But you be craving egg rolls every day. Well, I'm craving egg rolls.
Yo, but I love how you said, Blonde Boss, I love how you said that safe sex is a woman's responsibility. Cause Blind Boss, I know you when you going in raw, you like, I know she ain't gonna let me put it in. I know she ain't gonna. She don't let me put it
in. And then right when you finish, like, oh, this nasty bitch. None of her and all of that, and she's still right here. It's been how many weeks since we knew each other?
So
but
we
that whole,
die.
we gonna keep her around as long as we want to.
I got a question.
What's up, Al?
In today's society,
yeah,
Do they still just sometimes ask if I could just put the tip in?
Yo. I feel like I ain't asked that question in at least 20 years.
Exactly. That's a emergency break glass question.
I either heard a nigga please, or they just kept repeating that back to me just to tip.
That's
like,
it.
Just to tip. That's it.
Blind boys, you want to talk about your porno addiction?
What? Come on, so you like the third person this week?
So I said that's still a good line, Al. Just a tip, just a tip.
Just a tip.
It's gonna be quick.
but no, I don't. I would not like to relate to that.
Okay, understood.
Yo, so I got a question because you niggas want to talk about porn addictions. Because you blind, right? We call him Blind Boss because he is blind, right? Does it matter what category you watch? Or you just be clicking whatever?
Well, it depends, like, with different sounds, different settings. I mean, like, I'm not into the like stepdaughter or the whatever that weird ass.
You gotta have the perfect porno cocktail.
BBW in wilderness, stepping on sticks.
I'm a very specific porno tuber. No, I mean, so if we have something that they just having sex, like that's just normal. But like, if you on the flip side, if you got something like Ghetto Gaga, then you know I hear a lot of that Tracy Morgan, you know. Yeah, that TV set noise.
Yo, Blind Boss, I got a trivia question for you. Ready? Fill in the blank. Brazzers is...
Wait, say that again?
Fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank. Brazzers is...
Bradford is?
Brazzers is...
Browsers.
Oh, browsers.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, porno sites.
But what is it? Brazzers is...
Just a tip?
Blind Boy's fronting. He know his mantra. Blind Boy's theme song is, "Are you tired of jerking off alone?"
No sign up necessary. That should be sound like what's that guy? What you doing with your life?
I can't even go through with this shit.
You jerking off again?
You'd be surprised at how far you do that by yourself.
Yo, I went around work asking people that. I like, answer me this question. Brazzers is, everybody was like, free. Only one dude was like, come on, Kai, chill. It's free.
Yo, Blind Boys, before we let you go, what you wanted to vent about yesterday? My bad, I ain't call you back, but since we here, Since we here.
It's vent about yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a little bit tired of people reminding me how much of a jerk I could be.
What you mean?
I mess with like 3 or 4 different girls, right?
Right now?
There's one chick I'm talking to, and like we on the phone, but I'm getting tired, so I tell her, why don't you, tell me your life story? Because I wanted to go to sleep. Fuck around. Her life story was like 4 or 6 hours long, so I ended up, and it was good, so I just ended up listening to her all damn night. And I'm like, damn, when the sun is up, I'm like, yo, on a real, I planned on going to sleep when your life story. I didn't want to listen to you.
So did you ask to put the tip in at the end of the conversation? You at least deserve a little bit of love after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little. Nah. It was just a phone conversation. So it was just like, and then it's like that's like the third or fourth person that I had to remind myself, damn, like I was really being a jerk at that point. So I just had to, try to better myself in a way that I could be less of a jerk when it comes to situations like that.
No, you wanna camouflage your jerkness with the nice guy, being a nice guy. You want to camouflage being a jerk and like a wolf in sheep clothing.
Or you gotta be empathetic.
Yeah, exactly. More empathetic. Like it's not like I intentionally do this stuff. It's just like I don't plan to do it. It just be happening naturally. But the plan eventually is to better myself and not only setting up for me, but setting up for happiness all around me.
Yeah, I got the solution. Then we gotta let you go. It's the right humility with the right arrogance. The right amount of humility with the right amount of arrogance. Like even kill.
So that means like after you nut on her face, wipe it off with a cloth or something.
100%.
I'm not 100% sure.
And see if she wants some juice.
Oh, okay.
Put a bow on
wet
it.
a piece of bounty and give her some juice. All right.
Right.
I got you. This conversation has been real helpful. Thank you.
Yo, Blind Boss, what books you wrote? What books you got out, man? Tell the people where to find your books.
Well, you can find my books on Amazon, Apple, everything, all the available platforms. Before and After by Teddy J. And also, I've written other books, but they're not on any platforms yet because they're still in the working process. But as of right
we don't
now,
care about the shit that's not out.
But no, because I'm telling everybody that there's a lot more coming.
Yeah, stay tuned.
I mean, like I'm not one of those what you call it, one-time wonders, one-hit wonders. Nah, I got people, I got lives to change, I got minds to transform.
Oh, the Blind Boss.
Blind Boss, man, we love you, bro. I'm gonna call you as soon as we walk out of here.
Yeah, nothing but love, man. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all.
I bet 2 times.
He say he's looking forward to seeing us.
My girl be like, I'm like, yo, Blind Boss, look at this. She like, stop. I'm like, what? This nigga ain't dead. He just can't see.
Yeah. Some people don't understand. I only see what I want to see. But all right, y'all. One love, man.
All right, peace.
Peace. That's Blind Boss, Teddy J, Before and After in stores.
6:54, diggity. Are we gonna do Chucky's cut or we just gonna wrap it up? What you think, Al? We can do Chucky's cut? Chucky's cut when strangers become family. I got that right? Yeah, see,
Let's get it.
Shout out to you, Gate. You ain't even put that in the notes, Gate. We're gonna use the crowd live. QA8LS. It's the
So ready for the song?
Yeah.
This is by I'm sorry, S1.
S1. Oh, so this is the song from last night.
We was
so
actually
we was in the studio last night. Yeah, little background story. So S1 just came home from doing 16 years, and this was the first time he's touched the microphone in 16 years. So the spitter's back. I was trying to get him to pull up, but they doing the interview in Queens. So
okay.
Enjoy. I like this song a lot. He definitely got some bars in there. So
yeah, I was just blown away, man. You guys are in for a treat.
Yeah.
Shout out to Q Bang on the beat.
Uptown, baby. Yeah. Check it. Getting game from my OGs, that's OG and OG bar. Telling me how my codes are. They like Lil S, that little stress that you inherit in the streets could be avoided. Just listen and speak a little less. Watch your steps, cover your tracks, brother, relax. Been going 16 years, this shit is a mess. Course the world changed, new technology, but it's still pain. Candy is moving, crippled the streets with this real cane. Game to game, few of us gangsters, we remain the same. I know the song different, give me your ear, give you a little game. Been in bright lights, gamble my riches in a dice life. Walk the prison yards, been in scalpels and knife fights, and I'm unscarred. Morons for uptown, I put on claim this Bronx shit from Willis Ave to Woodlawn. My word is my bond, my fly, my charm. Boyish and joyous, I'm Floydless. Python, booth with the Bronx, we hitters, dealers, y'all mimic that. Hocus 4/5 said, no gimmicks, man, the spitter's back. Yeah, nigga, the spitter's back. Yeah, nigga, the spitter's back. Yeah, the spitter back. Take a real nigga to put it back in perspective. Cause hip hop, we invented that. Hip hop, we invented that. Yo, hey yo, I've been real since Kim Fields was a big deal. When I'm in jail, I'm in that can with green like ginger ale. I put the competition to sleep like Benadryl. Wintertime, my meat can exclude the wind chill. I'm flying in the Albatross, Hawk and Eagle. Me and Hocus 4/5, the last remaining Beatles. I can't deal with weak minds, cause y'all minds are feeble. Look at my cross, this shit can sit on the cathedral. So meet Pope Francis and rap, y'all got no chances. I share and take your fate, you fucking with old Manson. A label advance, we blow that on Nathan's. I light roofs on fire like nighttime camping. I'm not your average rapper, man, cause rappers are average to go broke in 5 years. With me, that's not gonna happen. Give my money to those that celebrate the Sabbath. They can't hatch if your eggs are in one basket. I'm taught to diversify, investment in Berkshire Hathaway. Money triple when Warren Buffett passed away. So meet the black car Icon. I beat these kids like A. Peterson. I was a Viking, headed to Rikers ever since I was in diapers. I'm tougher than bikers. My next felony, I'm a lifer. So why you think I'm going so hard? If this rap shit don't work, I can't get no job. I had my ups and downs and friendships with a couple clowns that I knew since the 90s. They fake, so fuck them now. Bitches I had around smell money like sharks smell blood. So I got up out her waters, I ain't the one to drown. And y'all can fuck her now, cause I got Hawaiian hoes that's up on hedge funds and they into IPOs. So adios to them bitches still eating canned goods. Get your money first and then worry about her damn bush. Cause pussy is prevalent from New York to the Netherlands. Money is like adrenaline. It's a rush that's better when you're hurting. Diverting funds offshore for certain. Avoiding detection from U.S. agents that's working. And Quantico, we vacation in Monaco and Madonna go. Casinos and designer clothes, and y'all should know. S1, nigga, he better than he's ever been. Look at me in the booth, my nigga, that is evident.
Definitely shout out to S1. Shout out to Hocus, Ty Skrilla, Q Banger, the whole team 4/5, man. He's special, bro. I've been listening to his stuff because of Skrills. Yeah. He got locked up in like 06, right. 07. So the songs he had from back then, fire, bro. So I know he was sitting there writing yesterday.
Yeah, I was right next to him.
He was writing. I was just like, you just wrote all of that that fast? Like, that's crazy.
Yo,
bro.
I was trying to get on the track and write my verse, but I saw the way he was. I got a little intimidated.
Paper and pen, old traditional style.
Yeah. Once they was bringing out the binder, I'm like, for who?